First question, and most of the guys wants to ask this: can we expect Hardik to bowl in the coming games, and if there are any fitness issues with him?
Well, we are all expecting him to bowl, and he's someone who really changes that balance of any side when he is bowling, and he understands that. But we have to listen to his body, and that is something the conversation which we've been having in consultation with the physios. We are looking forward for him to bowl. He's very keen and really wanting to bowl. We just have to wait and be patient and listen to his body. Like I said earlier, it's end of the day for any bowlers. Injuries play a huge role. We are happy that he's there as a batter and with full fitness contributing. So that is the exciting part, and hopefully you'll see him bowl soon.
All right. Second one is from Mumbai Mirror and Shillong Times. This is related to dew factor. How much is the dew a factor for MI fast bowler under the lights? What is the key bowling? What is the key to bowling with the wet ball when you have the sweaty palms in such condition? And how do you ensure a good grip on the ball?
Well, so far in the tournament, dew has not been that big a factor because the matches are starting early, and that is something which has been working well for the bowlers. Few games you might see some dew coming in, which bowlers are now used to. They're experienced enough to understand what are the things needed with the wet ball. You know how to manage that. You've seen some of the bowlers in practice also using some water on the seam, so that the seam is slippery and adjust their lengths accordingly. So these are the usual practices which go on in preparation if you have to tackle a situation like heavy dew on the outfields.
All right. This one is from Hindu. Do you think team bowling first have been intentionally stretching the inning in the order to exploit the dew advantage right from the start of the chase?
Well, there are rules and regulations in place, so you can't stretch the game beyond a certain point. Your captain will get fined, your team will get fined, and eventually, the captain may have to sit out a game as well. So I don't see that as a tactic used by any of the teams. It's just a part and parcel of the game. You have to deal with the natural obstacles which come in, and dew is something which everyone has been pretty experienced in dealing with. So yes, that is something which teams discuss about with regard to dew, but I don't see it as a huge factor in terms of deciding on tactics of delay.
All right. Next one is from Radio 1. RCB had a poor outing in the last time around. You think their boys are vulnerable mentally, and would you look at putting the pressure on them?
Well, usually we go on about doing our business. We prepare for each and every game. Yes, according to the opponents, but also keeping our strengths in mind, and that's what we'll be focusing on. We know on in this format particularly, on any given day, any team can beat any team, and that's something which you have to stay on top. So RCB, what kind of form they are coming in, we are not really looking at that. We are looking at going out there and playing our best cricket and focusing on our strengths, because we know that if we stick to our strengths and live to our expectations which we set on ourselves, we'll do a good job.
The next one is from Cricket Next. As wickets slow down along with the tournament, do you see the role of pacers changing?
I think we have a very experienced bunch of pacers, and that is something which is definitely going to work in our advantage. Not only with the bowling unit, but also I see all the overseas bowlers interacting with the Indian young talent, and that is something which is very heartening to see. As a MI franchise, we always encourage that all the players who have made that impact at the highest level, are role models for the youngsters. And when we have young bunch of guys in the team, and you see those interactions where overseas and the Indian experienced players making that effort of having those communication and encouragement to the youth, you know, it's always it always goes a long way for us in the season and generally as a franchise moving forward. So that is something which we always seen and which we always encourage.
The ANI and New Indian Express ask, MI pace bowling department has looked good, but the spinners have not been very impressive yet. Is it because of the grass layer on the top, or is the form of spinners a worry?
I think it's still early in the tournament. You know, we just played 2 games. Things are coming together, and that is something, you know, which we always look at. You know, as a bowling unit, I think we've been doing a fantastic job in this format. You've seen batters putting pressure on the bowlers, and you have to stay on top of the game. So that is something, you know, which the glimpses you've seen from our spinners as well in the last game, and that is something which you'll see going forward in the tournament. You know, Rahul Chahar is a fantastic leg spinner and you know, has had a brilliant last season, and he is looking in good form. You know, as far as matches are concerned, it's just matter of time things fall in place.
Okay, Crick Info ask, would you agree that the death bowling hasn't been tested yet? Which bowler are you looking to bowl along with Bumrah in the end, especially against RCB, as both Kohli and ABD are batting in the middle order now?
Like I said, you know, you have a lot of experience. You know, when you look at someone like Bolt, who has played so much of international cricket, has played in so many different conditions. You know, that experience matters a lot. He's a world-class bowler, and so is Pattinson. And Bumrah has been phenomenal in death overs, and you know, really carries that weight of the back end of the innings on his shoulders. So that is something, you know, which always provides great strength to the bowling unit. As far as death bowling is concerned, I think, you know, we have a pretty good plans in place with regard to different opposition and different batters. It's about going out there and having that freedom of expression, you know, which we really believe in. You have to go with the game, and you have to be proactive with regard to that. When you see the names which you are discussing, you know, our job becomes easier, because we know that, you know, these guys, the experienced campaigner, has the ability to absorb that pressure in the middle and be proactive.
This one comes from Times Now, and this is the last one. James Pattinson might not have featured in the playing 11 if Nathan Coulter-Naier was fit in the opening match. He has been brilliant in the first 2 matches. Is it a good headache to have when Nathan Coulter-Naier is fit?
Absolutely, I think, you know, we've been having a lot of good headaches, and that's always a good sign, you know, when the team is doing well. We have a squad of 24, and you know, anyone is ready to be part of that playing 11 and waiting for that opportunity to be part of that playing 11. At the same time, enjoying each other's success. The playing 11 which is going out there and doing well for the team. So that is something which is always heartening to see as a franchise. The kind of efforts they put in preparation is always very encouraging and inspiring. So yes, you know, those headaches are always going to be there, but as a management, you're always happy to face these kind of headaches.